What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Again, Merry Christmas. I told you I got some Christmas presents. I'm uploading a couple of videos today. One video I want to talk about is the January fight. Now, I'm really looking forward to. I haven't seen too many people talking about it on here, but if you're a boxing fan, you should be looking forward to these fights. And that's Triple G, Gennady, Golovkin versus Gabriel Rosado, and up and comer Mikey Garcia. I think he's 25 years old, versus the veteran Orlando Salido. I briefly want to touch on these and give some predictions as to who I think would win and why. So let's get right into it. So I guess I'll start with the main event: Gabriel Rosado versus Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. And for this fight, I believe Gennady Golovkin will win. He has some momentum. He has power. I mean, one of the biggest things is his power. I think is going to be too much for Gabriel Rosado. And don't get me wrong, Rosado is a very tough fighter. He's had some definite good competition. His resume is good. He's fought Fernando Guerrero. He also defeated Jesus Soto Kras, and that was I think a fifth round KO. And if you guys seen the Jesus Soto Kras versus Marcos Maidana, a dude can take a punch. He's a solid. Soto Kras is he's definitely a solid fighter with a chin. So Rosado was able to get people out of there like that. He stands about 5'11". I just see Gennady Golovkin. He has so much momentum right now, and I think the biggest thing is his power and the amount of pressure he's going to apply to Rosado. I think is going to eventually be too much. So I see this going to Gennady Golovkin, probably 6-9, somewhere in between those rounds. Stoppage for Gennady Golovkin. I think he's just going to wear him down. Don't get me wrong, Rosado is tough, and it's definitely in Gennady Golovkin's professional career, I would say his biggest challenge. I just feel he's going to seize the momentum. He had his first HBO appearance earlier this year, and that was a great fight. And I think he's anxious to keep it going, so to speak. And for you guys that follow some of these fighters' amateur careers, Gennady Golovkin has also fought the likes of Andre Darrell. He beat him in the amateurs, and rumor has it that Gennady has 400 fights or 400 plus fights in the amateurs, or from the amateurs to his pro career, and he's never been knocked out or knocked down in that. So it looks like this guy has a chin and some skills. I'm not trying to be when a new fighter emerges that I'm not too familiar with, I don't like to jump on the bandwagon. Perfect example would be Lucian Bute back in the day, depending on how long ago you guys have been following the sport, excuse me. Jermaine Taylor. But people like this, Jermaine Taylor was supposed to be the next coming of Jesus in the boxing world, and we've seen what his career turned out to be. A guy with power who didn't really have the stamina and couldn't seize the moment. I would say same thing with Amir Khan is kind of in that same boat. A lot of people praise Amir Khan, and he's starting to show a lot more vulnerability in his last two fights. Not really the one he just fought, Carlos Molina, but like I said, I'm not a bandwagon person. I gotta see. Someone has to show and prove to me before I just accept that these people are the truth. Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia, I've started to see their fighting style, and I've researched even previous fights and whatnot, and these guys are making me believers just based on what I've seen from them in recent performances. But some of you guys get too bandwagonish with people like Lucian Bute, and then he gets destroyed by Carl Froch, and you act shocked like, oh, power's not everything in the sport of boxing. So that's one thing. But with this Gennady Golovkin, I think he has some skill to go with the power, and it looks like he has a chin. So I definitely see him beating Rosado again, rounds 6-9. Let me know what you guys think. Who will win that fight and why? And then another fight I'm really looking forward to is Mikey Garcia, Robert Garcia's trainer. Trainer Robert Garcia's brother. And Mikey Garcia is, I believe, 25 years old, maybe 26. I think he just said he had a birthday. 25 or 26 years old. He's a young, comes from a fight family. As you guys know, Robert Garcia at the Garcia gym. If you watch Eli Sekback's videos, he does a lot of work with them. And Garcia trains Nonito Donaire, who's had a fantastic year. Brandon Rios, who's had a good year. Great win over Mike Alvarado. And this is the brother of him. His father is a co-trainer, I believe, of Mikey Garcia. And in this fight, Orlando Salido, he's tough, rough, rugged, brawler. Orlando Salido, his resume is impressive as far as who he's fought. He fought Robert Guerrero and he worked Robert Guerrero, but then that was later changed to a no contest because he tested positive for some kind of performance enhancing drug. He's been in there with Marquez. He's been in there with Gamboa. He lost that fight as well, but I mean, just based on his resume, you could tell he has a better resume than Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is the younger fighter, trying to prove his relevance in the sport. I have Mikey Garcia winning this particular fight. I think Mikey Garcia, he's just a technical fighter. He's not like every Mexican fighter in terms of he doesn't just have the brawler mentality. He's very economical with his punches, and he's very, very technically sound. He's been boxing since he was a kid, comes from a boxing family. In the vein of Juan Manuel Marquez, he doesn't just go out there looking for blood. Again, he's economical with his punches. He makes calculated, more strategic moves as opposed to just going out there like a Victor Ortiz and just like winging shots and 90% offense. He's a more well-balanced fighter. My only complaint with Mikey Garcia would be sometimes he's too cautious, sometimes he's too economical, sometimes he's too passive when it comes to fighting. And against a brawler or someone who's going to apply that pressure and wants to get on the inside, that could pose a problem. So I'm looking for a good fight. I think this will be a great fight. It's really going to be the passing of the torch if Mikey Garcia is able to win this fight and prove that he's here to stay. I do see Mikey Garcia, just based on his technical abilities, defeating Orlando Salido. And again, it's not going to be an easy fight. This is Mikey Garcia's toughest test to date. This is definitely his coming out party. Similar to Adrian Broner versus Antonio DeMarco, we all knew that Adrian Broner, we've seen who he's fought, and some good C or B class fighters or whatnot. We knew Antonio DeMarco would be his toughest challenge, and he rose to the occasion and defeated DeMarco. And I feel Mikey Garcia will do the same thing, rise to the occasion. Again, coming from a boxing family, I know he's training hard, and I think they're going to have him well prepared for this particular fight. And that's just my thoughts on it. Like I said, I think I would say it goes the distance, because I don't want to sell Orlando Salido short, because again, he's been there with like heavy-handed punchers like Gamboa and stuff. You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say stoppage, late round stoppage. If not, we'll go with a decision. But either way, I think Mikey Garcia does beat him and win this fight. Other than that, I'm looking forward to a good fight, and we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Who will win these fights? Gennady Golovkin versus Gabriel Rosado, and Mikey Garcia versus Orlando Salido. Let me know what you guys think. As always, subscribe, comment, and or hate. Until next video, it's Ego signing off.